Hi everyone, I hope you all are staying safe and healthy and making the best of your quarantine that you can. I know that for this class we are missing out on a great part of the course, which is the field trips, so I thought a great opportunity for us would be to have a virtual field trip, so I picked Yellow River State Forest. So Yellow River State Forest is located in Almaty County in the far northeastern corner of Iowa. This places it in the Paleozoic Plateau, or driftless area. I know we had discussed the Paleozoic Plateau a while back in class. The important thing to remember about the area is that it was largely unaffected by glaciers traveling through the rest of the state. This portion of Iowa is nicknamed Little Switzerland due to its numerous outcroppings and deeply carved valleys. So this image is actually interactive. I have the link on the lower left part of the slide. It shows images of the different landscapes across Iowa, and we'll be looking a little bit more at the Paleozoic Plateau in the next slide. So the image on the left is from the previous slide. It shows the sand dunes that once existed in northeastern Iowa due to the beaches that existed. And the middle image shows more of the sandstone that is preserved here. And the right image shows a geologic structure, cross-bedding. I thought it was pretty neat to finally be able to find and identify a feature from geology on my own. As far as general composition, Yellow River State Forest contains a lot of sandstone, as well as some dolomite, shale, chert, and limestone. The rocks are Cambrian to Ordovician in age. So this is the same middle image from the previous slide. I just wanted to highlight it a little bit more and blow it up because if you look down in the far left corner, there is quite a bit of sand coming out of the crack in the rocks. This happens frequently during the spring, but especially so this spring. I think it is primarily due to snow and ice getting compacted down into the cracks, and then in the spring, kind of the going back and forth between freezing and thawing weakens a lot of the sand in the cracks, and then it kind of oozes out along with the melting snow and ice. Being located along the Mississippi River and in the Paleozoic Plateau means there are significant bluffs in the area. This video is taken from Mount Hosmer, a bluff overlook in Lansing, Iowa. It is about a 10 to 15 minute drive from the nearest portion of Yellow River State Forest. Although this is not part of the actual forest, it shows similar topography to most of northeastern Iowa. This is another view of the bluffs, but from river level rather than from a bluff overlook, but you can still see that they're pretty significant features along the river. This is an outcrop on top of Mount Hosmer. As you can see, the bluff is made of a decently layered mixture of what I guess to be sandstone and limestone. So here's a map of Yellow River State Forest. It is comprised of several different units, including the Paint Creek, Paint Rock, Waukon Junction, Mud Hen, Luster Heights, Yellow River, and Lost 40 units. Although the different units are spread out, they are within reasonable driving distance of each other. The widest range is roughly 30 minutes apart. The first land of Yellow River State Forest was purchased in 1935 and was located along Yellow River, hence the name of the state forest. The map is pretty small in this PowerPoint, so I wanted to include the arrow to point directly to Yellow River. Also, if you want to look at a larger version of the map, I linked the PDF to this slide. So the land had been purchased to support the Civilian Conservation Corps, or CCC. The CCC was a work relief program for unemployed and unmarried men during the Great Depression. The CCC was pivotal in the creation of numerous state and national parks. This program certainly played a role in the forestation of Yellow River. In 1949, 1,500 acres were transferred to the National Park Service after Native American effigy mounds were found. This did not leave much land in the actual Yellow River Basin. However, in 1990, an 880-acre farm was purchased from local farmers who actually happened to be my relatives, but a majority of the forest is still located in the Paint Creek watershed. Today, Yellow River State Forest is 8,503 acres. I wanted to talk briefly about Effigy Mounds National Monument, although it is not part of Yellow River State Forest. It is comprised of 2,526 acres directly along Yellow River. There are 210 known mounds on the property, with the majority of those being conical. However, 31 of those mounds are effigies and resemble bears or birds. The lower image shows the mounds, and a majority of those in the image are bears, but there is one bird in there. These mounds were built in the mid to late woodland period by the woodland people. Next, I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Paint Rock Unit, which is related to effigy mounds. So here's where the Paint Rock Unit is located, right along the Mississippi. The Paint Rock Unit is named for the once intact petroglyphs that were etched onto the face of a bluff. Unfortunately, these have since been removed. The Paint Rock Unit also contains woodland period mounds. The mounds, bluff face, and view from this image are all visible from the Paint Rock hiking trail, which eventually leads to a free campsite, Camp Terry Hennessy. Next, I want to focus on the Paint Creek Unit, which is the largest unit and hosts many opportunities for recreational activities. It contains Big Paint Creek, Little Paint Creek, and equestrian campgrounds. This video shows Paint Creek at the Big Paint Campground. The creek had recently been stocked with trout when I recorded the video, but unfortunately because of the glare from the sun, I was unable to catch a good video of the fish. In addition, the Little Paint Creek is also stocked with trout. There are hiking, horseback riding, snowmobiling, and cross-country skiing trails available for public use in the Paint Creek Unit. There are a few overlooks in the unit, such as this one in the video, accessible by car or foot. There is also a fire tower located in Yellow River State Forest, although it is no longer in use and inaccessible to the public. Yellow River State Forest contains a wide variety of animals including bald eagles, geese, red and gray squirrels, raccoons, white-tailed deer, mink, wood ducks, wild turkey, beaver, red-tailed hawks, red-shouldered hawks, and many more. The forest also presents opportunities for hunters to harvest white-tailed deer, turkey, squirrels, rabbits, waterfowl, and more. The flora of Yellow River State Forest is also diverse. It is largely forested with maple, basswood, elm, ash, oak, hickory, pine, cedar, juniper, fir, and larch trees. In forested areas, there is generally brushy understory, as you can see in the image. However, it does depend widely on which unit you're in, the location in the unit, and maintenance. Yellow River State Forest contains prairie plants such as some grasses, bluestem, occasionally prickly pear, and the endangered jeweled shooting star. And also I just wanted to say the tree on the right is a bur oak. So now that we've mentioned some of the trees in Yellow River, try to identify this one. So you really want to pay attention to the leaves. My best guess is some type of red cedar, primarily based on the leaves, but also considering the way that the bark is peeling. Yellow River State Forest contains a vast amount of recreational activities such as hiking, camping, fishing, horseback riding, hunting, canoeing or kayaking, bird watching, backpacking, and more. The next time you are able to safely travel, consider visiting Yellow River State Forest. I hope you guys continue to stay safe and healthy and enjoy the rest of your semester.